Everything that you're crying about now and that you wish was going on in your relationship is never going to happen if you don't come to this point and say, okay, I'm going to put childish things away. I'm going to stop being selfish. I'm going to serve my spouse. I'm going to trust God. I'm going to pray for my spouse. I'm going to intercede. I'm going to say good things about my spouse. I'm going to get the word on my spouse. And in spite of what it looks like right now, this is what I'm believing God. I'm going to have faith. And I'm not going to put a deadline on it. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to give it 90 days. And if in 90 days, I don't see nothing, that I'm done. No, because marriage is forever. For us, divorce is not an option. You got me for life, bro.
And honestly, if you're going to do this, divorce has to be taken off the table.
It has to be.
If you're really going to try, if you're going to do this, because your fear is, if I sacrifice everything and give you everything that you need, you're going to take advantage of me and never give me the things that I need.
You know what's ironic about?
You got to get rid of that fear.
What's ironic about most people, they will go to a business and have this mindset that the first 5-6 years of your business, you're not going to make a profit. But, I'm going to work, I'm going to grind, I'm going to hustle, because I expect that at some point I'm going to get a return because I believe in this. Why can't we do that for our marriage?
Very good point.
Why can't we? We can do it in other things in our lives. But for some reason, we don't bring that same pursuit and hunger in our relationships because we're depending on that person to be everything and make us happy and be perfect. Don't ever have any problems. Don't ever have any needs that I have to fulfill, even though I said I won't be there for you to death do us part and blah, blah, blah. But, we expect greatness when we don't put anything in to get greatness.
The reason why it seems like it's a lot better when you're dating and things like that is because a lot of times when you're dating, that relationship is the escape from all the other pressures of life, everything else you're investing in, right? And so when you get married, you expect it to be more of the same, escape from all the other things you're investing in. But soon as you sign your name to the dotted line of God's covenant of marriage, because he invented it, the rules change. There's a spiritual shaking in your entire universe that happens when you commit to marry someone. Now you're playing by God's rules, even if you're an atheist. These are God's rules. And if you don't abide by the rules of marriage as God, who invented marriage, put those rules in action, your marriage will fail. So what happens is your marriage is not an escape from everything else. Your marriage is the new investment.
Exactly.
Everything else has got to become secondary to this marriage. And if you do not invest in this thing, like you were talking about, like a business we spent 5 years and you don't mind not making a profit. If you don't invest in this with that same mentality, it will fail. Your marriage is not an escape from the stresses. Your marriage is the new thing.
I go further than that. People be on deadbeat jobs for 15 years, no room for advancements, but they stay on that job because they need that job so they can survive in their everyday life. They go to that job, but they won't give their marriage a chance. It's just, we don't have a balanced way of thinking about life and things like that. Again, because we expect people to be perfect. We expect people to meet our needs. Because like you said, we're looking for that relationship to be an escape from all the pressure of the world instead of it being the best investment you can ever make in your life.
And it will elevate everything else in your life. Your job becomes better. Your business ideas, your hobbies, everything becomes better when you do it married. That was the whole point of marriage. It's supposed to make you better. That's why God invented it. That's why he created Eve. He said he made the woman for the man to elevate the man. His life was so much. I am so much a better person. I've grown so much.
Yes, you have, babe.
Just in everything. I look better as an individual married. I really do. Like this woman has changed my life. She's made me better. And so if I want that to continue, I've got to continue to invest in her best relationship. And look, just because I'm preaching this, I still have the same propensity to struggle with this as anybody else. I gotta see what I preach. When I be posting this stuff on Instagram, sometimes I look at something like, I need to watch that again. Because right now I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, it's not something that, we can talk and just say, oh, we got this in the bag. No, we have to continue to do it every single day. I promise you, when we in this video, someone will come up and we're going to be like, you know what, we got to do the word on that. Because it's an everyday choice. It's an everyday decision because we understand the devil is real. You can't believe in God and don't believe in the devil, okay? He's your arch enemy. You can't play with Satan, okay? He's not going to give you a moment breath. So you got to be very vigilant and be very aware that he's after your marriage. Whether your marriage is a quote-unquote godly marriage or not, he hates the institution of marriage. And he wants to make it look like that marriage doesn't work. And especially if you're proclaiming the name of Jesus, he definitely want to make it look like that marriage doesn't work. Marriage works 100% of the time. I heard this from Pastor Evans. It works 100% of the time when you do it God's way. 100% of the time. So there's no such thing as a failed marriage when you do it God's way. We didn't promise you there's going to be always easy or always fun. Stop looking for the fun of everything. Like we're just we want to have this exhilarating experience 24/7 that we just pursue that all the time. No, it's not always feel good, roses and flower fields. Sometimes it's work. It's grunt work sometimes.
Well,
but it's worth it.
That's what happens when you're sowing and harvesting. The farmer has to go out there. The sowing season is not fun.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part.
Now, when you're smart, you know how to manage yourself, how to do it properly, how not to be miserable during it. You can have the right attitude, but it's not inherently fun. The fun part is the reward of the harvest coming in. So marriage is a continuous sowing and reaping. That flame I keep talking about, there's never a point where it just exists on its own. It's like, okay, it takes care of itself. You're always tending to it. You got to continuously sow and reap, sow and reap, sow and reap. And you got to recognize when you're in a sowing season. I talked about it before we turned the camera on, that there's always seasons every now and then where one spouse is doing more of the giving and one spouse doing more of the taking because they're going through a rough time. It's just whatever the reason is. Sometimes they're going through depression or they're just being childish. Sometimes it's one spouse being more mature and the other one is just doing all the taking. Those can be rough seasons on the spouse doing all the giving. But you got to remember this principle and knowing there's a harvest on the other end of this. There's a change coming. And you are playing a big role in the changing of your spouse by doing this thing correctly, by sowing the seed. You're an agent of God himself getting through to your spouse. You're helping God get through that exterior and break through so that they can change. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Did you know that we have channel memberships? Channel memberships are a great way for subscribers like you to support what we do with monthly payments that give you access to awesome perks. For example, if you sign up for Tier 1 Vision Bearer, you'll get a cool badge next to your name whenever you leave a comment beneath our videos. You also get access to custom emojis we made just for you, so people can know that you're one of our channel members. If you sign up for Tier 2 Vision Bearer Plus, you'll get a 20% discount on all of our merch, kind of like this hoodie that I'm wearing here and other things that you can find on our merch site, access to exclusive behind the scenes mini vlogs, and a members only chat with us right here on YouTube. The best part is no matter which tier you choose, you'll get lifetime access to our premium content, like our 6-week course, Overcome the Spirit of Depression, or our long-form cinematic podcast, Death to Pornography. Only our channel members have unlimited access to these special productions. And to say thank you, we'll always give you shout outs by name in our live streams. Consider becoming a channel member today. Click the join button below for more information. Or if you're an iPhone user, click the link in our description. Thank you in advance, and we'll see you next time.